Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. And I'm using this beautiful mandala mug. And the other aspect of this is thankful and grateful. Powerful tools, powerful way to live. We have a powerful message this morning, and the information coming through is very specific for some of you. Some of you have been on a quest, looking for that path, trying to understand yourselves more, working your spiritual aspect, your energetic aspect, knowing that there is more to you than what you're living. And this really is for those of you who have been on this quest, this search for what it is you came to do in this lifetime. Many of you have some very huge blocks in areas in your life and could call them pain. For some, it's very much physical pain. For others, it is emotional pain. Some have relational pain. Some just feel like they're stuck and can't move forward. And this, the Council of 12 came through very strong this morning in my quiet time, guided honestly by a phone call I got at 6:30 this morning from a friend who journeys very similarly to me in the physical, and a powerful woman, and was talking to me about something that we have both been working on for honestly for many years. And the understanding came through. It has been coming through for a few days about this specific issue for me and for her as well. But it is for all of us because our challenges are what keep us focused on the path to what we came to do. And remember, we came to learn and we came to serve. And one of the huge aspects in this lifetime that our service encompasses is generational healing, ancestral healing. And that has come in hugely with many, many, many of us. We, of course, in our human aspect, have taken these things on as personal, thinking they were ours, that we had to figure out and undo or work against or fix in some way. And some of them have worked out to being ours because that is how we have learned about them and from them, or have kept them in our field so we could do the work that we came to do around this. But for many, many, many of us, millions, honestly, millions are here in this lifetime to clear the ancestral energy. And so we brought it in as ours, and it is shown up in our lives in various ways for all of us. Some of us can't seem to get a relationship and keep it. We keep attracting the same thing over and over, and we don't know how to stop attracting that. Others of us have issues around money and poverty, and that is the focus in life that seems to be standing in our way and showing up for us most. Others have ended up with huge physical dis-ease and disalignment and dysfunction, some huge diseases that can be cured, that modern medicine would tell us are incurable. Louise Hay said many years ago, if someone tells you it's incurable, that means it's an inside job. Because remember, us totally being nothing more than energy, it is from the energy that we can heal. The energy is where Christ healed. That is the power we have available to us in our energy, in aligning that energy with our higher power. I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready, guide me, is a basic step in that process. Others of us have the physical disalignments in our skeleton, in our body, pain. For many of us, we've been chasing pain for years, and understanding it is physical in orientation and how it's showing up, but knowing that there was more behind it. And this morning, the council came through because this is something the full moon showed many of us this pain aspect again, hugely for our understanding, for our growth. At one point, I was thinking about the pain because it was, very high in my field, and it was you want to learn to flow with this, you want to learn to sit in it and accept it. And I did the typical, what I do is like, I don't even know what that looks like. And my beautiful healing friend that's coming to the retreat with me this summer, or in May, uh, gave me a process that came to her, good morning Mindy, and came through her for doing that. And then this morning, the Council of 12 really wanted me to understand that the pain, my specific thing, and yours in that area is not just mine. And honestly, very little of it is mine. It is what I agreed to come in and heal for my ancestors. And the pain is a reflection of energies that have accumulated in my ancestral field, in their Akashics, in the Akashic record, and in their energies. And because we understand now how we are, quote unquote, related to our ancestors, but in the energetics, in DNA, we don't just bring in the hair color, the size, the looks. We bring in the energies, and our agreement in this powerful lifetime that we are in, that many of us have wanted to step out of, and many of us have chosen to step out of. But this is the one, these are the things that we can now bring up and fully and clearly look at and choose to release. But we have to get to them, we have to bring them up, and that is a process through which I have been helping people work through, but not from this actual aspect, not from this very focused aspect of the healing of this ancestral. Now, when I work with people with their energy, we always go in and delve into the ancestral, but this is a very specific thing that we will be working on, that we are given focus to right now. The thing in your life that is that big thing that just keeps standing in your way is the thing that is the ancestral aspect coming up for you to heal and release from them, and to move on without in your lifetime too, which won't that be wonderful? So the council wants us to know a few things, but they are always there for us. The council is a group of angels and ascended masters and other energies who have come through willing to work with us. You can call on the Council of 12, you can call on your personal guides, angels, companions, don't have to know their names. It is the invitation that is the power, the choice to allow them in with you in this challenging thing we call life, in this challenging aspect of being human in this life. So the first card in this apparition tarot that came up is the Five of Cups. And if you look at that, three of those cups are just empty in and out, and you can see the tears in the eyes as well. And then you see two that are upright and they're still full. And this card is about an acknowledgement of the fact that you have suffered, you have lost in this lifetime, you have grieved, you have been, quote unquote, under the gun, especially the powerful light workers, the light bringers, the way showers, the healers, the shamans, the guides, the spiritual teachers, the spiritual guides. We have been under the gun in this lifetime, and there has been lots of various types of pain, whether it was emotional pain, physical pain, relational pain, mental pain, spiritual pain. We have been under it, and this is acknowledging that. And it is acknowledging the fact that you deserve a time of grieving and wallowing for lack of a better word. But that's kind of like, we who have come in the leadership aspect in this lifetime tend to put the chin down, square the shoulders, and just bear the brunt of it and carry this on. It is time to nurture you. It is time to love you. Give yourself the respect for this huge job that you chose to come into in this lifetime. The acknowledgement of the volume of energy you have been traveling with throughout this lifetime. And again, you may not even have names for those, or you may have, again, I'm just a loser with relationships. I can't ever seem to have one that lasts. I keep attracting the same kind of thing over and over again. And I don't know how to fix this. I mean, there's any number of ways we will beat ourselves up and take the responsibility for all of this energy. All that we need to take responsibility for is our willingness to come in, to get it gone, to clear it for our ancestral lineage. And so the 2 cups upright are saying, just know that when you have stepped away from this healing process, you have that time of refill, this time of things coming to you to uplift you, to feed your soul, to make you feel good, to show you some fun, to feel lighthearted again in this process, but to acknowledge, wallow a bit, minister to you, nurture you, love you. This is February 28th. We are still in that love month. And we want to cultivate more ways of being in self-love and fewer ways of beating ourselves up. As we begin to love ourselves more, we truly can begin to heal our ancestral energies more. And so know that the 5 of Cups, even though 3 of them are emptying out, it is the acknowledgement that, yep, you have been kind of depleted in many ways, and it is not a comfortable place to journey in the world. And a lot of our life has been uncomfortable in various ways. But know that those 2 cups still remain upright. There is more for you. Anita Morjani, if you have not heard of her, you can look her up on YouTube. She's amazing. Dying to Live, I think, is the book, or Dying to Be Heard. I don't know. But anyway, on YouTube, she died or was near death within hours. I mean, cancer breaking through her skin. Long story short, she came back. But as she was in that process, she met her father, and he told her, it is not your time yet. There are still more gifts for you in this lifetime. Not more work for her to do, more gifts. Because in our chosen path and in what we really have wrestled with as the more difficult parts of our life are gifts for us. And gifts will come in as we acknowledge that all of this isn't just our shit. It is that ancestral stuff, and we have various numbers of ways we can release it and get rid of it. So you want to acknowledge it. And the next card that came up, 7 of Wands. And this is a very, very powerful card in that the pressure is on, the heat is turned up, and now is the time. That is the other message that's been coming through this month with this learn to love yourself more. Now is the time. You're under the gun. I mean, time is speeding up so quickly now. The things that scientists and metaphysicists saw as happening next year is happening this year. And so you are being pressured by your higher self and all the beings that you journey with to get to work. It's like, we can't dawdle anymore. And this wallowing, this nurturing, this self-healing, feed yourself the things you've been desiring. Do something you've been desiring. Be kind to yourself. Really get into the love of self here, because that is going to prompt and make this healing aspect so much better. so much easier on us and so much more in flow. But it is now. I mean, when I'm saying wallow and, give yourself a day or two to really get into this and know that you have some time to just treat yourself nice, minister to yourself, do something kind for yourself, but you don't have lots of time. You have time, but you don't have time. So don't delay anymore in your healing of this and in the search for it and in the I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready, guide me, because that is the easiest way to walk through this is with all your guides, your angels, companions. Council of 12, I am open, I'm willing, I'm ready, guide me in this, because they will step in to really start speeding up this with you and this healing and this release. And know that it gets kind of a little crazy. The last few days with that full moon, the pain body, the actual full moon night, I was awake at 2 in pain and came downstairs and took some ibuprofen. And then, but that afternoon, before that at noon, we left the birthday party. I was with my granddaughter and it was just really fun. And I got in the van and it was like I went, "Ugh, I just want to take a nap." And yesterday I had her, and when I woke up, I was like, I just want to sleep today. I don't want to do anything. And I was that way all day. Um, so know that our physical is going to be feeling all of this ascension energy moving more quickly too. So there's a lot of weird ass shit that's going on in us, in our physical, in our relational, in our life, and know that it is all part of this growth process. When you accept it for that, you are in the driver's seat again. You're not under the circumstances. You're not a victim. You are choosing to grow and expand and become more of what you wanted. And this last card is the Knight of Pentacles, and knights are always about taking action. And you see the check marks. It is check, check, check. You have been doing a lot of what you've needed to do. You've got everything you need in place. Now is the time to start taking actions. Make them more focused, make them more precise. And if you don't really know within you what that means, I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready, guide me. Huge, huge, helpful energies in this process. So know that. Choose to expand into the truth of who you are. You are powerful AF. There is zero doubt you want to have about that. And that's easier said than done. But you are powerful and you don't have to feel under the circumstances. You don't have to feel powerless. You do want to invite in your guides, your angels, companions to help you have greater understanding about every step you're taking. Speak to your higher self regularly about what you're doing. Is this always, is this for my highest and best good? I did that this morning before I made a decision about today and what today was going to look like. And one way I thought was going to happen is not happening. It was a different path. And so you want to learn to trust your higher self and get those answers. And I am going to be doing an online course here, a 3-session course coming up called Basic Psychic Development. It is for those of us who have practiced some. It is for those of us who know that there's more to us and just need to know a little bit more about how to access the more and really stand in our power on a more regular basis with greater understanding, greater insights, awareness, and clarity. I think we are complete for this incredibly powerful day we are moving into. And tomorrow is a beautiful portal. February 29th is an unusual day because it only happens every 4 years. So there are going to be some portal openings, which means it's a little bit easier for you to access your higher powers. There's less resistance there. So treat yourself well, love yourself, allow your understanding to be expanded, and maybe write down a little bit here and there what comes through when you're asking about the ancestral aspect to what it is you struggle with most. Thanks for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle.